Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Goddess Energy Forecast for this week. Let's talk about this week. We have a couple of days before 2019 is over and we hop right into 2020. And so the feelings that are coming up for me is like I'm sad that there's an ending and then excited for a new beginning. And so this week is so potent because it holds the energy of endings and new beginnings, right? And so making our way to this day, we have really, hopefully you have done like a life review where you reviewed at least a year, if not the entire decade, because it is the ending of a decade too, not just a year. We're stepping into a whole new cycle, right? Hopefully you were able to go through and look at your victories, your wins, your challenges. Basically, what are the major events that happen to you, that you experience, both the good and bad? Because here's the thing, in order, when it comes to endings, we tend to want to jump quickly into the new beginnings. But we have to take all the wisdom, the lessons, the good stuff that we received that gave us the strength and the courage and turned us into the person that we are today. We need to take all that wisdom and bring it into the new year or the new cycle, the new beginning, right? That's the whole point of it. So we're not just leaving everything behind and then jumping into a whole new cycle. If that was the case, it would be like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm in this new cycle. I have no idea what's going on. But you are wiser. You've grown. You are stronger. You are more courageous. You're more confident than you were a year before or even a decade before, right? The person that you are today, the person that you are right now, it's not the person that you were at the beginning of the year, let alone at the beginning of the 10-year, the decade. You have changed remarkably. And so I want you to really notice that change, notice your journey. And so that's where the life review comes in. And the next step is to allow yourself to celebrate. New Year's Eve is coming up. However you choose to celebrate it, the point is for you to choose to celebrate. You're not just celebrating hopping over into a new year. You're celebrating your journey thus far, everything that you've conquered, everything that you've rise above, everything that you've expanded into, everything that you've created, everything that you have become. Celebrate all of it. Because that energy is like the fuel that will thrust you into the new beginning. And you will enter the new beginning with a knowing, with an inner knowing and an inner wisdom that will guide you through the rest of the journey. With every ending, there's a new beginning. And that's what this week is all about. What is ending? And what are you allowing yourself? What are you opening yourself up to receive? If you find yourself kind of still holding on to things, and I'm getting this week a lot of emotional stuff that might come up for you to receive. And the emotional realm, the emotional body is really going to be highlighted in 2020. And so for majority or most of us, we've already started this journey of releasing the emotional baggages, the emotional trauma, the emotional pain, the heaviness in the emotional body. And so this, you might be experiencing the last bit of it this week, especially. Pay attention to what emotions keep coming up over and over, like a pattern, keep coming up over and over for you to clear. Now, the key to these working with your emotional body is not to get attached to the emotions that are coming up, but to rather observe it and let it flow. Your emotions are in the realm of water, so let it flow out. Observe it and let it flow out. Observe it, heal it. Observe it, release it. Just release it. You've learned what you need to learn about it. Let it go. Stop grasping onto it. Let it go. So that's some of the things that might be coming up this week is the last bits of the emotional debris, I'm going to call it, that needs to come up and be released or healed. You might experience that. So this week is exciting, endings and new beginnings. Make sure that you review and you celebrate your journey thus far. Make sure that you allow whatever emotional debris that are left over or that continue to come up to be released simply by observing it and let it flow through. When I say let it flow through, as in let it play through. So for example, if sadness is coming up and you feel the need to cry, simply cry. That is to flow. When you shove when you shove your tears down, you're not allowing it to flow, and it creates blockages within your energetic bodies. We don't want that. Not in 2020. You want to be open. You want to make space for, the amazingness that we're about to, step into. You want to make space to receive the gifts that are coming through the new year. So I invite you to let the emotions flow. Now, I want to talk a little bit about anger here. If you're feeling that intense, fiery anger, with the flowing aspect of it, make sure that you are not hurting yourself with that fire or hurting others. Find a healthy outlet to allow this fiery energy to flow. If you need to go to kickboxing class, go do that. If you need to scream in your pillow, go do that. If you need to go in the mountains and go scream in the middle of nowhere, go do that. Find a healthy way to release fire or anger. Anger is in the energy of fire, so that's why I keep saying that. And even in all the emotions, right? Find a healthy way to release it. That is not harm to you or to others. All right, so are you ready to receive? So this week is special because with the goddesses, not only did we receive one, but we received 3 goddesses that showed up to walk with us, to guide us through this week. Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm going to go through that. But before we begin, go ahead and just place your hand on your heart. Get centered within your heart. And you know that when you place your hand on your heart, what you're doing is activating that energy center right there. It brings you right into alignment with your higher self. It brings you into alignment with the divine. It's your heart center. So taking a deep breath in here in this beautiful heart center. And let's go ahead and ask this question. What is my divine message for this week that will help me to release anything that no longer serves me, and will also help me enter 2020 as my best self possible? Step into my highest self. Taking a deep breath in. Out. 1, 2, or 3. See which number or numbers came to you. Once you've received that, open your eyes and let's begin. All right. So first I wanted to talk about, let's bring in the goddesses first, and then I will share the messages. How about that? So let's go ahead and begin. So the 3 goddesses that came up, the first goddess is Goddess Azumi, bringing in the energy of humor and laughter and celebration. The second goddess that came in is Laxmi, bringing in that abundance, the wealth and fortune. And then we have Goddess Danu, bringing in the energy of assurance. And these cards are beautiful. Like, take a look at them. They are they're all like glowing in a way. They're beautiful. So let's go ahead and begin with Goddess Uzume, bringing in the energy of humor. What a great way to end the year and begin a new year. And the energy of laughter, of joy, of celebration. It makes life lighter. And that is the whole key here. Before I read the message, that's the whole key here, to to enter the new energy. The 2020 and beyond is all in the energy of 5D, right? The fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is lighter. From fifth dimension onward, is more lighter than what we've experienced or what we're used to experiencing in the 3D and the 4D, right? And so, what better way to enter a higher vibration energy here by raising your vibration, raising your frequency easily with joy, with laughter, with celebration, with humor, right? So here's the message from Goddess Azumi. When the Japanese goddess of laughter and mirth, Uzumi, enters your day, be playful and cultivate good-natured humor. Laughter is the best medicine and exceptionally healing at this time. Keep your focus on fun and positivity and see the humor if you can. Life is not meant to be all work and no play, all focus and no release. Humor fosters resilience and lightheartedness, alleviates emotional pain. Oh, I love this one. Humor fosters resilience and lightheartedness, alleviates emotional pain. So huge key here in terms of what will help you release the last bits of the emotional debris that might come up this week. Humor. Oh, we got, yeah, one key right there. Given a much needed break from the burdens and speed of life. Now is the time for you to be silly, laugh more, even take up laughing yoga. Yes, the world is serious and your dreams and desires are too, but the joyful goddess Suzume reminds you to enjoy your life and have fun. Have you been taking yourself and your life too seriously lately? Especially what is coming is like while you're setting your intentions and your goals, writing all of that down, what you want to experience for the year. Don't take things too seriously. You want to bring in more fun to this. And so I even invite you to maybe invite people over where you can have a intention party, right? New Year intention party or vision board party. Bring fun in your intention setting, right? Has life become a burden? Do you feel indentured to a project or person? And the heaviness of it all makes it difficult to believe there could be a relief. Well, the laughing goddess Azumi has arrived to let you know to stop right now and be playful. Look for the funny, ridiculous, and foolish in the world. It's time for some comedy. Be like a child today. Finger paint. Call your funniest friends and do laughing yoga. Have a giggle fest. The goddess Azumi reminds you when you get too serious, she will help you laugh. This is the right way to balance all the hard work you've been doing lately. You are so loved. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this. Oh, again, I love her picture. Just looking at it, just take some time in and just place your hand on your heart and see like her energy, that laughter energy, the fun, the lightheartedness all flowing into your heart. You can even just say, Divine Goddess Azumi, bless me with laughter this week. May I experience the lightness in life. May I experience the lightness in letting go and opening up to receive what is new. Thank you, Goddess Azumi. Beautiful. So our next goddess is Goddess Laxmi. Look at this card. Look at how beautiful this card is. Again, oh, it's like I feel like all these cards are all positive, like really just, it's like the sun beaming at us to just usher us through this week and entering into a whole new, a brand new cycle. So Goddess Lakshmi is bringing in the energy of fortune, of wealth, of abundance. Oh, I feel like I'm going to throw in beauty because beauty is in the mix of all of that. So here is her message for us. When the Hindu goddess Lakshmi comes to visit, she heralds a celebration of your purpose, wisdom, and compassionate prosperity. All your experience and all your skills are rich with meaning and purpose. As a result, you can expect to see evidence of this wealth in the world around you. You have the ability right now to create great success in your life, and what you have to offer has exalted value. Ooh, I love this. The goddess of luck and prosperity says it's time to share your good fortune with others. And she will show you how it multiplies when you apply gratitude, praise, and a commitment to serve. If it's material success you intend, you shall co create it. I love that she says co create because it is a co creation with you and your higher self, with you and the divine, with you and the cosmos, with you and the universe. It is a co creation. If it is a rich relation, if it is a rich relationship life, you will attract and develop it. You are a magnet for miracles. Nothing is out of reach when the goddess Laxmi comes calling. Have you ever fallen prey to the idea that somebody might take away what's yours? Or perhaps you think someone else's success or happiness means there will be less for you. You might not be conscious of this, but you feel that there is not enough to go around, not enough love, not enough money. You worry about growing old, missing out, and struggling for the resources you misperceived as limited. You might also feel miserly and stingy, afraid to share in case there will be nothing left. The goddess Lakshmi says this kind of thinking must go if you want to live a rich and a vibrant life. Your alignment task is to stop and be mindful of the direction of your thoughts and reframe them to focus on what you truly intend. Repeat this mantra. What is mine will not go past me. What is mine will not go past me. What is mine will not go past me. When you feel the green gremlin of envy creep into your heart, bless the other person and say, that which I desire is also for me. That which I desire is also for me. That which I desire is also for me. Your true limitations are only what you set for yourself. Don't let your conditioned mind and faulty beliefs rule your life. Break free. The world is unlimited if you let yourself open up to the wealth of your imagination. Aho, aho, aho. Go ahead and place your hand on your heart and let's repeat those mantras again. Let's do this little prayer. Oh, divine beloved Goddess Lakshmi, thank you. Thank you for blessing us with this energy of fortune, of wealth, of abundance. Thank you for helping us to create the abundance that we seek, whether it's material or spiritual abundance. Now repeat after me the mantras. What is mine will not go past me. That which I desire is also for me. What is mine will not go past me. And what I desire will not go past me. So be it, and so it is. I'm also getting, I break free from the limitations that keep me from my abundance. I break free from all the limitations that keep me from my abundance. Abundance is your birthright. Nobody can take that which is already yours. Remember that. Thank you, Goddess Lakshmi. And our last goddess that is coming through for this beautiful week is Goddess Danu, bringing in the energy of assurance. And here's her message for us. The appearance of the Celtic earth goddess Danu, who gave birth to magic, portends the fulfillment of your desires and the fruition of your dreams. Whatever it is that you are inquiring about, Danu gives her assurance that you are in the process of becoming. Now is the time to trust whatever you have planned, and work toward is being lovingly birthed. All you need to do is stay with the flow of events and be ready for your next opportunity. Everything has its perfect season, just as fallow ground carries the promise of new life that appears again in the spring. As if magically bidden from the invisible to the visible, Danu offers her promise of grounded reassurance. There are days when you wonder if you're on the right track. if your dreams are valid, if you have what it takes to show up and shine. You may have hit a dry spell where it appears that nothing is happening and it makes you doubt yourself. When this earth goddess appears, she's reminding you of the promise of new life. Receive that. I want you to repeat this. I receive this promise of new life. I receive this promise of new life. I receive this promise of new life. Just as fields are often left purposely fallow, perhaps this seeming dry spell of yours is really a preparation time. Under the ground of your visible life lies a stream of abundance that is feeding the roots of the seedlings of your intentions planted in your field of dreams. Go about your day-to-day life with faith. Go about your day-to-day life with faith. Daniel assures you that the form of your desires will show up in divine timing in an even more magical way than you could ever imagine. Receive this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Goddess Donna. So these Goddess messages are for everybody. This is what we're being blessed with. This is what we're receiving. These messages, these attunements, these frequencies are receiving from these goddesses. As you look at the pictures, especially, you're receiving these, you're filling your body with the energies. Every cell in your body is receiving your light and your frequencies, raising your own frequency and your own vibration to help you through this week so that you can enter 2020 like never before. It's exciting. All right, so if you're ready, remember which number or numbers came to you when you connected, and let's begin with our messages for the week. So if you were drawn to card number 1, or card number 1 called to you, this is your message that you need to focus on for this week, or where you're being asked to direct your energy for this week. So this card is the card of transformation, and it says things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Here's your message. Things are changing at the cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. Ooh, I love that. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half fallen. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within yourselves. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode. To choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Old childhood patterns are risen up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen your grip and fall away. You're being called to find new ways to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Oshun influence this card. Saturn represents distraction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside. And Oshun represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest levels. While you are in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regimen, or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. Just know that you are deeply loved. So there's a light activation with this message. So if you're drawn to this card, actually I invite everyone to just put your hand on your heart and receive this light activation. Repeat after me. I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. So be it, and so it is. So if you were drawn to card number 1, that's where your energy, you're being asked to put your energy. Pay attention to the emotional stuff that are coming up, the past stuff that are coming up, especially from childhood. And remember to find a way to heal it and take care of yourself, take care of your body, right? So if you were drawn to card number 2, oh, you're being asked. The moment I looked at this card, I love this card because it reminds me of the Tower, but the only difference is that, and you can see this in the picture, in between the two walls or two towers, you see that beautiful abundant life in between, that land filled with flowers, and there's a river flowing through and there's light beaming into it, right? And this card immediately is like the letting go. If I could choose a card for this week, it would be this card. It's like the letting go and then seeing the bright future, your bright life, the new life ahead of you, right? So immediately it's like having the courage to release because you know something better is coming. There's a promise in there of something better if you allow yourself to release. So let's see what the message this card has for you if you are drawn to card number 2. There's a shift happening right now where anything inauthentic can no longer survive. Relationships, joy, jobs, social structures, anything built on shaky ground is destined to tumble down. It's happening to bring you back home to who you truly are, both individually and to society as a whole. So you can live a life that is in alignment with who you truly are. When you're in the thick of it, it can feel like a personal attack from the universe. Have faith because the difficult times will be your defining moments. You will be reborn in the fire. You're being called to surrender, to stop trying to hold it all together, to loosen your grip, to let the crumble occur. It may be difficult at first, but in the end, the sooner you let go, the sooner the rebirthing will occur. What are you trying to hold together? What are you doing your best to avoid? How are you trying to pretend everything is okay? You have what it takes to allow what is fallen away to fumble and fall. Once the tower has crumbled, you'll be able to rebuild your home on solid ground with mighty foundations and a view that is so magnificent that it will take your breath away with each new morn. Kali, the goddess of destruction, and the Black Madonna are with you now. Lay it all on the altar. They can hold it all. So I love that Kali, the Black Madonna shows up again. In the first card, she showed up, and in the second card, she's showing up again. And I love the Black Madonna because she holds the energy of the Divine Mother, not only the Divine Mother and the nurturing, but she really comes in with that fierce nature of lay it all, like give it all to me. I got you. Release it. If you are going through a very tough time, like traumatic time, things that literally breaks you on all level, like kind of your puzzle pieces just completely shatters, this will be the goddess to work with, the Black Madonna. Her energy is potent, is powerful, is strong, and she understands what it means to, be broken apart and be pieced together in a way that is enlightening, that uplifts you, that empowers you. That is the word I'm getting, empowers you. That also allows you to step into your power in a way that you've never been before. So if you're really having a hard time, if you feel like, especially if you feel like this year did a number on you, or the past 3 years, or heck, the past decade did a number on you, and it's time for you to rebuild yourself, put yourself back together, not the way that you used to be, but in a new way that is in alignment with your true self. Then the goddess Black Madonna, the divine Black Madonna, will be the goddess to work with. And it makes a lot of sense why she appears in both two cards that I've read so far. So I'm curious if you were drawn to card number 1 and or card number 2, how this resonates with you. Comment below and let me know. All right, so our last card, if you were drawn to card number 3, and look at the picture, it's kind of like what I was talking about. I love how the Black Madonna's energy is like weaving through it, because let me just talk a little bit on this. You know, in the past 3 years, for most people, the past decade, it's all been about breaking down and then rebuilding, breaking down and rebuilding, you know, and I'm talking about on all levels, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, breaking down the foundations that were wobbly, breaking down the foundations that were built upon sand, breaking down the foundations that were not even your foundation to begin with. You just kind of founded and built something on top of it. It's not yours. Breaking down the foundations of limitations, breaking down the foundations of anything that is not you, and rebuilding a better new foundation that is in alignment with your truth, with your true self, with your North Star, with your soul and your soul's desire, with your higher self. I feel like that's what it's all been about. And in this last time that we're in, as we're close in 2019, I mean, we've been rebuilding, I feel like, this whole week. And through the rebuilding, we discovered places that still needed to be broken down. But the key is to rebuilding, is piecing it all together. And I mentioned this before, where it's not the piecing together to become who you were. It's the piecing together to become who you know you've always been. A better version of you, a highest version of you, a more aligned version of you, a more happy, abundant, successful, in tune, connected version of you. Piecing together. We're becoming who we know we've always been. And so let's see what this card, and just a picture alone, like it looks like she's coming apart. That's the aspect of the coming apart. Yes, there are times, just like the 2 previous cards mentioned, especially the second card, there are times that when we know something does not work, we need to allow that to go. We need to allow that to crumble so that something better can be built up. So let's see what this card has in store for us. So if you were drawn to card number 3, the message is align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Here's the message. What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? We are cyclic beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties of life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist life and feel stuck. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be, but there comes a time when it's harder to hold on to the facade that it is to embrace who we truly are, to surrender to how we have changed and align life to what way of being. If you chose this card, you're being called to let go of who you once were, or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, and the mask you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now. To courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity. To embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you have outgrown some relationships or circumstances, and it is time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so that they are congruent with who you truly are today. So I'm going to ask you this question again. What in your life is not aligned and needs to change? What a message. All the messages that are received from the goddesses and from each of the cards, they all kind of bring everything together. The goddesses really brought like the joy, the fun, the gifts that we will receive after we've done the work from the cards, which we have been doing that for a while. And I hope you have. If you haven't, you wouldn't be drawn to this video, to be honest. You have been doing the work for a long time. So let's go ahead and end this forecast with our usual meditation. Go ahead and close your eyes. Find a comfortable space. You will not be disturbed. And if you are driving while listening to this, don't close your eyes, please. Taking some deep breaths in, out, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Just release it all. Find yourself in a very peaceful state, and out. Now imagine, see, sense, or feel a beautiful golden tower, pillar of light coming down from above, entering. So imagine, see, sense, or feel this pillar of light coming through the crown of your head, going through your third eye, going through your throat, anchoring into your heart, going through your solar plexus, your sacral, to your root chakra, and then through your feet. Let it go into the earth, anchoring you into the earth, into the center of the Divine Mother. And in this space of balanced and aligned between the divine above and the divine below, taking a deep breath in here and out. As you stand at the center of this pillar of light, see, sense, or feel a ball of golden angelic light coming down and also sitting around you. So now you're standing at the center of both the pillar of light with the golden angelic light around you. Taking a deep breath in here. Allow both light to infuse and integrate into all levels of your being. Allow it to clean, clear, and cleanse you. Allow it to uplift you and raise your vibration and raise your frequency. Taking a deep breath in here and out. At this time, we're calling in your divine guides, the angels, your beautiful goddesses that walk with you, specific goddesses and ascended masters who have chosen to walk with you from this point forward. Beautiful. Now imagine, see, sense, or feel this door appearing in front of you, and on top of the door it has written on there 2020. And before you open the door and enter, I'm calling in Archangel Michael and the violet flame to come in. And I'm going to ask these two magnificent energies to clear, cleanse all four of your bodies, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical bodies, on all levels of your being, of anything that no longer serves, anything that might hold you back, any limiting beliefs, any limiting thoughts, asking Archangel Michael to cut any cords that might hold you back, that no longer serves you, and asking the violet flame to burn away anything that is not you. Taking a deep breath in here and out. Let go, let go, let go. Anything that you're ready to release that you don't want to take into the new year, into the new energy, go ahead and release it at this time. You can imagine, see, sense, or feel yourself surrounded by this violet flame, and Archangel Michael with his sword of light, cutting all the cords around you. Between you and other people, between you and places, between you and experiences, any cords or attachments that no longer serves you, holds you back, we're asking Archangel Michael to help us to release it and cut it once and for all. Taking a deep breath in here and out. Set yourself free from the limitations. Set yourself free from the pain. Set yourself free from the doubt. Set yourself free from anything that you know blocks your light, blocks your magnificence, blocks you from creating the life that you know you're here to live. Taking a deep breath in here and out. We thank Archangel Michael and the violet flame for this clearing and cleansing so that we can enter into 2020 feeling lighter than ever and clear, ready to receive, ready to be. So when you're ready, go ahead and open the door to 2020 and enter through. And when you open the door, you're flooded with divine light. I want you to see yourself or take notice of any changes that has occurred within you and on the outside. You look differently. Do you feel differently? What has changed? And emerge into 2020. Now this vision of what that looks like will be different for each and every one of you. Go ahead and just take notice of what that looks like. Where have you merged into? How do you feel? What do you look like? What is in front of you? And see, sense, or feel around you your own divine team who will be walking with you. Go ahead and take notice of them, and they're made up of angels, ascended masters, gods and goddesses. Your higher self is the team player, is the lead here. Just take notice of how many guides you're walking with, who they are. You can even ask their names if you want. You can even ask what they're going to be doing with you, what their purpose is with you. Taking a deep breath in here and out. Beautiful. And now see, sense, or feel like this paper. It looks like a scroll coming towards you. And on this scroll is an intention. You're being invited to plant or integrate or receive for this new year and moving forward. This is your divine intention. This is an intention that is coming from your core, the true you, your highest self. So when the scroll gets right in front of you, it unravels, and on it you see the words begin to appear in like golden ink. Go ahead and take notice what these words or words are. What is your divine intention from this point forward that you're being asked to integrate into your being? And as you read these words, you see them lift up from the scroll, these golden words and letters, and you begin to see, sense, or feel them enter into your heart and anchor into that sacred place within your heart, emanating their golden essence through your entire body, filling in your muscles, your tendons, your cells, vibrating in this new frequency. Feel yourself vibrating higher and lighter. Taking a deep breath in here and out. You are here now. You are here now. You are here now. See the sense, or feel that golden ball of light expand, and as your own light expands and shine brighter. Moving into all directions of your life, affecting all the areas of your life, blessing everyone that you come in contact with from this point forward. Taking a deep breath in here and out. Beautiful. Thank you, divine guides, divine posse who walk with us, who have chosen to walk with us. Thank you, beloved Archangel Michael and the violet flame. Thank you, divine Father and divine Mother, for this blessing, for this cleansing, for this new beginning. So be it, and so it is. Taking a deep breath in here, bringing all that experience, bringing all that energy back into the here and now. When you're ready, open your eyes. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for receiving this powerful transmission and messages for this week. May this new year be filled with all that your hearts desire and even more. May it fill you with awe and inspiration and joy and happiness and so much blessings. Thank you, beloved. Have a wonderful week. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can receive this Goddess Energy Forecast every week, which includes messages from the goddesses, as well as a meditation at the end to get you into alignment and bless you for each week. Also look out for my new courses, especially the course Empowered You, Empowered Year. That really helps you to end the year and also gives you the tools that you need to enter into the new year with the wisdom of using the tarot, numerology, how to set intentions, powerful intentions, and how to stay motivated and empowered throughout the year. It is an amazing course, so go ahead and check it out. Thank you. Bye.